What's going on, family? Welcome to Super Black Comic Book Reviews by Jonathan Soul. Now, family, we have a special treat for you this evening. This comic is called Kid Code, and it's illustrated and written by a dynamic duo called Black Kirby. I know, man, isn't that dope? Black Kirby. Now, Black Kirby is actually two brothers, and I'm going to give you their names in a second. Both of them, I think, are like professors, like PhD professors. So, I mean, these guys are not only academics, but they're incredible artists. And so I have their names right here, John Jennings and Stacey Robinson. Now, John Jennings, I had the pleasure of having on my program a while back. He kind of gave me like the history behind the whole Afrofuturism like title and the movement that's kind of coming up behind it, kind of a thing. And I think this comic is in that tradition. And so what they did was they kind of, like, if you're looking at the cover right now, you kind of see that it feels like those illustrations that were in the Funkadelic liner. If you guys don't know about cassettes and albums and stuff, then you have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me give you a little history for the little ones, right? I never forget my daughter. I showed her this album, and she's like, "Oh wow, that's a but what is it? What But she didn't understand the relationship between the vinyl and the record player. It was the funniest stuff ever, Anyway, so long story short is there used to be cassette tapes. Square, rectangular little things with tape inside and make music or whatever. But inside it, they had a paper, cover inside the plastic case it came in. You unfold it, and then you see all the names of the songs, and then there were illustrations a lot of times in there. And then, it reminds me of the illustrations in some of the Funkadelic artwork. And this for the younger people. I don't know how young people are listening, but I stopped cussing in my video stuff because the kids, I'm doing this because I want the kids to pick up these comics. This comic in particular. See, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm trying to trick the children into reading again. Trying to trick them off of Instagram, Instaface, Racebook, Fedbook, whatever you want to call it. They kicked me out as of this recording. I can't get back in. And I want y'all to get off of that shiny, hypnotic screen. And I want y'all to start reading words, you know what I mean? And one way to do it is by seeing yourself in a superhero kind of context. All right, so let's get started. Again, I told you Black Kirby. And so they kind of have a 60s, 70s kind of, I want to call it Funkadelic. I don't even like the term Afrofuturism. One, because we didn't coin it. That's number one. Two, why we append everything. Afro, black, no. Funkadelic, that's what I call it. Funkadelic. So in this Funkadelic kind of a style, because, think about it. If you think Funkadelic Parliament, that's about as futuristic as you can get. Talk about the mothership and all that kind of stuff and those crazy costumes. You do, if you're a kid, don't do it. But if you're older, you go on YouTube, find the Parliament Funkadelic live shows. They're like spaceships coming down and everything. So you don't gotta say futuristic, it's already there. Anywho, so it's this groovy little story, and it's kind of a, can I be honest with you? This kind of reminds me of like a Alice in Wonderland kind of vibration, because the battle is kind of like mystical, magical, other dimensional kind of a thing. I don't know why I'm whispering, but that's how the artwork makes me feel. You follow me? So anyway, so we're going to go through, and Kid Code is our protagonist. And man, that visor is right off of a Funkadelic live performance, man. That is so awesome. And you can see that Jack Kirby, rest in power, Jack Kirby influence on there. So anyway, so we go through. And so he's fighting, he's not true, he's not fighting at the moment. He's just getting on the scene where some fighting is about to go down. And hold on for a second, I'm a bit parched. It's like the third video I'm recording. Yeah, and so just look at let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all homework. You go find some Black Kirby. It's a book that's like a coffee table book, and it has the most incredible art in it. I remember being in the cafeteria at work. I'm not sure. I think I just interviewed John Jennings. I think so. Or I was about to interview him when I was doing research. And I found this mixed media kind of art. I had an emotional kind of experience. I'm not the type of brother. I'm not. I don't do that. Okay, I don't do that. But doggone it, this artwork was powerful. And this is good. I'm not talking about this style. They had a more fine art style in this copybook. Go get it. And I would try to find it now, but I'm recording, and I wanted to come across as too amateurish. I mean, it's amateur enough already. But yeah, man. So anyways, he's scoping places out, and he's about to get jumped. I don't know if y'all can see this vibration right here, but yeah. So he's going down, scoping the place out, and it looks like he's about to get jumped. And so anyway, he engages in battle, and then we see some other places in this cosmos. Okay, I think, is this the Rocket V? Let me see, what is this? The Rocket V Eternity? What is this? Let's see here. It says, you know, man, I can't read it even with my glasses. Oh, it's the Rock of Ages. Okay, there you go. Planet Rock, of course. Duh. It's hip hop. Okay, right, of course. Planet Rock of Ages, of course. Look, you can see your cosmos from here, and that's beautiful. And basically, you know, like all heroes, you know, they jump into the fray first without conferring with their support. And so, you know, you see this elder here with this young lady who kind of has like an oracle kind of vibration. Oracle like Batman, you know, the girl, whatever. And so they're looking at the multiple screens, you know, kind of a thing, and they have this really funky kind of technology. So it's really a fascinating kind of experience going through this book. And, you know, Kid Code is doing what he has to do to make things right. He's being attacked by these weird people who, you know, up to no good, and so he's fighting back. And the character design here, oh man, woo! If the cosplayers only knew. If the cosplayers only knew, man, how dope these character designs are. I don't think we'd be seeing as much DC and Marvel, or even Sailor Moon as we do now. I mean, this is amazing. So anyway, and it's funny because he kind of checks his own language here, which is beautiful, and it's just awesome. It has a really kind of organic kind of flow to it and everything. So we're going through, and then you know, there's of course, you know, a lot of fighting in here, and so the boys will like it. I think girls will too, because, you know, later on we'll see why. But all I would say is I wouldn't get it to toddlers because they wouldn't get it. But like elementary school kids who are well into the reading age, they would like this. It's an adventure to them. It really would. And if you're an adult, you know, if you're old as myself, or, you know, 30 something or whatever, you probably are familiar with Parliament Funkadelic, and you can dig this approach to character design. So it's a lot of fighting that I'm not going to show you because I don't want to show you the whole book. You can go to peepgamecomics.com, peepcomics.com, and you can grab this book for a little nothing. You support the professor, and hopefully, if enough of us buy it, him and Stacey Robinson, or should I say Dr. John Jennings and Dr. Stacey Robinson, they'll get back together. They'll form like Voltron, another old people reference, and they'll come up with Kid Code #2. And this is another book that's screaming for an animation adaptation. Okay, screaming. I can hear it in my microphone, in my headphones. And so we're gonna go through you know, more. And I forgot to show y'all the team, right? So I'm gonna take this little screenshot here, and I'm gonna show y'all the team. Yeah, but basically, you know, the core members, of course, is Black Kirby. which is Jennings and Robinson. But of course, you know, they have Damon Duffy, who's also one of the writers. They have he does the dialogue and lettering too. Okay, that's good. Rosarium Publishing, beautiful brother over there who does a lot of not only comics but fiction. You can go to rosariumpublishing.com. And Tan Lee, I think that's a play on words here, but yeah. So Kid Code, Channel Zero. All right, so now we see this beautiful little girl, and you know, this is why I told you it kind of has a Alice in Wonderland kind of vibration, because you know, Alice in Wonderland to me was like a dream kind of state, kind of altered consciousness kind of a vibe, and I feel the same way about this comic. And so as you can go through, you can see that, you know, they're fighting to kind of keep the, I don't want to say boogeymen, but they, you know, the kind of bad people away, you know, whatever. And it looks like, you know, they got a hold to her, and they're trying to pull her in to, you know, the place they operate out of. And of course, you know, Kid Code and his team is not having it. But yeah, it's a very, very, you know, the scene, this particular image right here with the with this person trying to achieve like a life essence transfer. It almost, I can hear that music from The Wiz. You remember that Puppet Master guy who had that weird puppet that I don't know who the actor was. I always thought it was Dick Gregory. I don't think it is. But the little puppet kept growing bigger and bigger and bigger until finally Alice and the little dog, and I don't know who else was with them, they had to run away. I just hear that. Why I hear that, I don't know. But I hear that song in my head. It's like I never liked it when I heard it the first time. But anyway, as an adult, it's still a spooky. But so we're going to keep going. And basically what we're seeing is that it's all about the girl. And, you know, if I may, you know, do some meta commentary, I'm probably using that word all wrong. But isn't it always about the women? Isn't it really? Isn't it always some divide and conquer kind of game? Separate the women from the men, separate the women from the household, the families. You know what I mean? Here, look at this shiny thing. Come over here. No, we'll take care of that. Oh, no, we'll take care of your family. Oh, no, we'll raise the kids. No, you come over here. And, you know, and all kind. But anyway, so I digress. So anyway, so Kid Code is working aggressively, trying to figure out what's happening, and eventually he does. And the wonderful thing about the way they write this comic and the way and the vision that they have of the characters is it's not necessarily, and I don't want to give it all away, but I'll just give you this hint. It's not necessarily a damsel in distress kind of situation. It is, but it isn't. You know, and I'm not going to tell you why. Why? Because I want you to get the book, and you got to go over to Peep Game to check that out. And so anyway, so there's some other adventures, and there's some beautiful artwork, and there's some dialogue things happening. And I'm not going to make this go long. I'm just going to say this is an awesome book. This is a book you'll probably look at like 10 times because you won't catch everything the first time. And it's very beautiful. The character design is amazing. And it's a book that needs to be like 100 pages. It's not, but you know, I'm going to put that out in the universe. It needs to be like 100 pages. This Kid Code thing is amazing. These guys can go so many places with this character. So anyway, this is it. Go to comics, peepgamecomics.com, pick it up. Black Kirby did this. They did an amazing job. You know, the two PhDs, John Jennings and Stacey Robinson and Duffy. Damian Duffy is in there too. And Rosarium Publishing. All right, family, pick up Kid Code comic #1. It's a beautiful comic. You need to have it in your collection. This is Jonathan Soul from jonathansoul.com. Go to my website, and you can listen to artists, writers, filmmakers talk about their life and their business. Okay, life and business. Subscribe to this program on YouTube. Subscribe to my my podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud, whichever you prefer. Or you can even do the RSS feed on the website, johnthesoul.com, if y'all still do that. JOHNATHANSOUL. Love you guys. Hope all your dreams come true.